Hi everybody, Red Hill Eagle here. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 6 of A Broken Heart. It's our first pay-per-view event. It's sold out. The show opens with an opening hype video, as they usually do. Gets a rating of 82, but obviously we've used some of our really big stars here. We have got Gorilla Monsoon. We have a new employee. We managed to snap up, and we've got him on commentary, although he has got the authority figure gimmick. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, we've got some of our top stars here in the opening video, just to hype it up really. It says there that Monsoon's gimmick was rated as awful, which is obviously a shame. I might as well just look at this. It's a couple of bonuses. Marketable gimmick. Wow, okay. In ring, we kick off with Bam Bam Bigelow taking on Jim Duggan. A throwaway match. Get Bam Bam on the card. Get him a win. We're trying to get him over. Rating of 47. Extremely short match. Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Jim Duggan in 4 minutes 32 by pinfall with a diving headbutt. We are sort of having Bam Bam dominate his matches at the moment. We're giving him a bit of a streak. Probably won't make as much of a meal of it as we do with Goldberg's, but I do want to get Bam Bam over, and the best way to do that is to give him plenty of wins. And then post-match, we've just got him sort of celebrating in a sort of, menacing way. Again, just to try and get him over a little bit more, really. Rating of 59. We've then got 6-man tag action. These guys are all sort of feuding. We've got Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton, who are kind of feuding with Ric Flair against Chris Jericho. Roddy Piper is feuding with Conan. But obviously Jericho and Conan needed a partner, and I just stuck Michael Wall Street in there, really. Rating is 64, which isn't too bad. Decent match. Chris Jericho, Conan, and Michael Wall Street defeated Roddy Piper and Arn Anderson and Bobby Eaton in 9 minutes 37, when Jericho pinned Roddy Piper. But he did do it illegally. He had to use the ropes for leverage, thus gaining an advantage. So 64, unfortunately, Ric Flair's retirement story has lost heat. The Get Back in Your Box, which is the Piper and Conan storyline, didn't gain or lose, so it's not too bad, really. Post-match, Ric Flair comes down, and he just cuts a promo on Jericho. Not much to say, probably just, I saw you cheat there, the referee didn't see it, whatever, referee's decision's final. You just got lucky you didn't get caught. It won't be the same when you come up against the dirtiest player in the game, because if you want to play dirty, then you'll get dirty. So yeah, this obviously a big boost here to the story. If it lost heat in the last segment, certainly gained it back. Rating of 74. The Faces of Fear take on Harlem Heat in a poor match. The Faces of Fear defeat Harlem Heat in 9 minutes 2 seconds when Meng pinned Stevie Ray with a fast roll-up. Overall rating of 56. This is just kind of serving a purpose. We're going to split the Harlem Heat. I've been talking about it. We are going to split them. We're going to kind of have it that Stevie Ray is kind of, Booker, I feel like I'm letting you down. All of our losses just recently seem to be down to me. And Booker T, he doesn't want to. Well, we'll get there. I won't go through the whole story, but that's basically where we're going with it. Gino Colland interviews Sid Vicious in a 71 rated segment, and he talks about the NWO and the fact that he's very pleased to have joined the stable. And, trying to take over the world of professional wrestling. And he also cuts a promo on Dean Malenko, who is his opponent tonight. So we've got a few guys there that are kind of off-screen, just people he mentioned. Yeah, rating of 71. And in the match, Sid Vicious defeats Dean Malenko in 5 minutes 56 by pinfall with a powerbomb. Rating 67, nothing special. I kind of... I don't want to say I forgot about Sid Vicious, but we had some minutes spare, and I just kind of looked at it and thought, Sid's not on the card. And I know he doesn't have to be. You don't have to have everyone on every single event, but I want to use him. He's part of the NWO. So, yeah, kind of just threw this match on. And 67 isn't too bad. Chavo Guerrero approaches Eric Bischoff backstage, and he wants a match against Raven. And he is denied. So, at the moment, Chavo Guerrero and Raven are feuding, and Chavo wanted a match against Raven tonight at Sold Out. And Eric Bischoff says, "Look, we're already fully booked. This event has been, fully booked. You can't come to me in the middle of an event and expect me to put on a match." So that's what it is really. Rating 49. literally is nothing else. That we don't go back to this later on in the show. I wanted to get Chavo on there, put him with someone who's got a little bit of pop as in Eric Bischoff, and we did actually gain heat in that storyline as well. So pretty good. And then we've got promos. We've got an interview really between Kurt Hennig and Diamond Dallas Page, and Gene Okerlund is there sort of mediating it, making sure that they don't sort of come to blows before they step in the ring. It's the US title on the line, a rating of 77, so that storyline has gained heat. So that match is coming up. And that's a great score of 72 in a good match. Diamond Dallas Page defeated Kurt Hennig in 15 minutes 6 seconds by submission. Diamond Dallas Page makes defense number 2 of the WCW World Heavyweight title. Nothing more to say about this one. Another storyline that's gained heat. Hopefully these storylines now, hopefully we're going to sort of have enough now to not get that penalty at the end of each show. Goldberg takes on Terry Taylor in a 48 rated segment. Extremely short match. Goldberg defeated Terry Taylor in 4 minutes 9 seconds by pinfall with a jackhammer. Now, originally, Goldberg was taking on Davey Boy Smith because Davey Boy is off to Japan with, I think it was AJPW. It could have been New Japan, but I think it was All Japan. And yeah, he was going to go out with a loss to Goldberg. Unfortunately, Davey Boy is working for All Japan tonight, so he couldn't be on the show. Disappointing, but we got Goldberg a win on a pay-per-view, and that's really all we set out to do. The NWO are backstage again, and this time it's Scott Hall cutting a promo on Bret Hart, who will be his opponent coming up next. So yeah, it just features these guys, Bret Hart off screen, rating 76, which is absolutely fantastic. The Narrowing World Order storyline advanced, didn't gain heat, but that's good in a way because it shows it's already around that sort of number. So yeah, that's all we wanted to do here was Scott Hall pre-match promo on Bret Hart. And the match itself, a 77, is looking good so far, guys. In a good match, Bret Hart defeated Scott Hall in 11 minutes 58 by submission with a sharpshooter. Did you think there'd be anything else? At this stage, I just want to get Bret Hart over. I can't believe he's only well known in this mod. It's fine, whatever, but we want him in that at least as a star. He really should be in that major star category. So I might have done something a little bit different here. I may have had a draw, or I may have had Scott Hall get a cheap win or something. But bearing in mind we just really want to get Bret over at the moment, the win had to go to him. And then we've got the strip off. And Miss Elizabeth, or I don't think she's known as Miss Elizabeth, is she, in WCW? She's just Elizabeth. She is judging the contest, and Gene Okerlund is sort of hosting it on the microphone. So they start to strip off, and they're posing and they're flexing and they're doing all just basically trying to look good. And Miss Elizabeth is kind of like arming and erring, who she thinks has got the better body. This segment gets a rating of 69, and this is wrestling. What do we normally do in segments like this? Well, usually they end up in a brawl, and that's what we've done. Rating of 56, they just end up brawling. Elizabeth can't decide who's better. They both start arguing, and they come to blows until some road agents sort of split them up a little bit. The Steiner brothers defend the tag team championships against Wright and Dandy. Again, a bit of a weird one, but we're struggling with tag teams at the moment, so we're kind of having to pit these kind of guys, together. So, yeah, rating of 62. Decent wrestling, but little heat. The Steiner brothers defeated Wright and Dandy in 8 minutes 21. Scott Steiner pinned El Dandy with a Steinerizer. I've probably said that one before, but just took me by surprise. A Steinerizer. During the match, we also saw Jimmy Hart distract Rick Steiner, and also he distracted Scott Steiner. He's currently the manager of Faces of Fear, who are hoping to get their shot at the belts. But it's defense number 4 of the WCW World Tag Team Champions for the Steiner brothers. Gene Okerlund talks to Eddie Guerrero pre-match, before his match against the Giant. This is all about picking on someone your own size, but for some reason, Guerrero accepted this match against the Giant. Rating is 62 for the promo. Nothing to say particularly. Nothing really goes on apart from just, hopefully Eddie putting on a decent promo. 62 isn't too awful. Bearing in mind he's probably well known. He might even be recognisable. I can't quite remember. But he worked the crowd well, so we know he can. We know he can do it. And the match gets a 62 rating as well. A decent match. The Giants defeated Eddie Guerrero in 14 minutes 46 by pinfall with a chokeslam. During the match, we also had Ray Traylor run in and attack Eddie Guerrero. So, yeah, they're feuding at the moment. So, we just wanted. I mean, Ray Traylor's the face, but I think he probably just felt that, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to come in. I'm going to distract him, interfere in this match. Why should I hold back after what he's done to me? So, yeah, the Giant getting a win. Again, trying to get the Giant over, but I want to be careful not to get him over too quickly. He's still very young, still very green. So I don't want him as a kind of title contender just yet. Although, I think in real life, he has already held the belt. Randy Savage will be coming up against Hollywood Hogan in the next match, and he talks about, rolling back the years. We've feuded before, Hogan. We've come up against each other before. But this time, things are going to turn out a little bit differently. And I can normally do Savage's voice. I'm not brilliant at it, but I've actually got a bit of a cough at the moment, so I'm not going to do it. But 79 rating, what else do you expect from Savage on the microphone? Lots of green there. He's got a hot catchphrase as well. Yeah, so we've got Savage versus Hogan coming up next, rolling back the years. And it's a 79 rated match. Fantastic heat and good wrestling. Hollywood Hogan defeated Randy Savage in 9 minutes 33 by a pinfall with a Hollywood leg drop. In an ideal world, I would have wanted Savage to have won this. Maybe because I'm biased, Savage is my favourite wrestler of all time. But it's TEW, and you just can't let Hogan lose. Hogan just cannot lose. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's the right decision anyway. I think really, keep the NWO strong, keep Hogan strong at the moment. But yeah, it's frustrating really when you've got a character like Hogan who doesn't want to lose. But yeah, the right decision I think in the end. Hogan getting the win. 79 minutes rating. The storyline has advanced, but again, it hasn't gone up hasn't gained heat. So again, a good sign really. It means it's already around that kind of number. And it's the NWO again. Cutting a promo. This time it's Kevin Nash who is the main man. He faces Sting for the World Heavyweight Championship next. So yeah, wanted a big match in the main event. Didn't want Hogan there. Didn't want Hogan to have to win and therefore win the belt back. Rating of 80, which is fantastic. Lots of green. This serves a purpose. Let's get to the main event. And it's Sting getting the win. 72 rated match. Unfortunately, it meant the storyline lost heat. But the bout had great heat and decent wrestling. Sting got the win in 14 minutes 51 by disqualification. Sting makes defense number 1 of the WCW World Heavyweight title. So I could have had a clean victory, but we're keeping this storyline going. Going to kind of hold off from too many clean victories at the moment with these guys. But also probably gives Kevin Nash another opportunity to get a title shot. You only beat me by DQ. You don't want to win like that, do you, Sting? No, you want to beat me 1, 2, 3 in the ring. Well, you should give me another chance then. Let's see where we go with that. But 72 overall for the match. What do we get for the pay-per-view? I think it's looking good, but let's see. 75. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of pleased with it, but we have lost popularity again in 11 regions. We were penalised for not having the Davey Boy Smith and Goldberg show match on the show. Very unfortunate. Very annoyed actually. I thought there was. I thought Davey Boy would continue to work for us for 28 days, but obviously not. And whatever. But that may have contributed to the 75 rating. But I'm pleased with that overall. I think I won't go backstage and have a look at too much yet. We'll do that after the next episode or the next show. So I'll call that one a day. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you everyone so far who's commented and watched. I think it's possibly my most successful series so far. I think it's a good era. I think I'm improving in terms of storytelling. I normally do just go through the motions, but I'm trying to think about things a little bit more now. You know, I know how to get people over. If I just wanted to play the game and not worry about details of storylines, I could get people over easy, you know. But I'm trying to think about it, and I'm trying to do it in a way that makes sense and, you know, real proper storytelling. So it makes it a little bit more difficult and probably take a little bit longer to get those people over. But I think we'll get there. But yeah, thank you everybody so far who's commented and liked and all that sort of thing. And keep it coming. I want your ideas and I want your opinions. And I'll see you all again soon in the next episode. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.